What's up, YouTube fam? This is the Pleasant Imperfectionist, and also known as Vlogs by Tequila. I'm coming with you guys yet with another video. And it's a vlog. Today is Friday. Hopefully you guys see it today on Friday, but if not, you guys will see it early Saturday. I'm getting into my regular weekend schedule, and of course the kids are in school right now still, and they won't be in a little bit, but I do have to go to the grocery store, so I don't really want to vlog that, but so I'm coming to you guys with something else. And also, I'm 4 videos down from getting to my 50th video, which is our first milestone here on the channel. And mind you, I just want to reiterate that I started this channel 2 years ago, and this is the 2nd year, and that was months ago. We celebrated with some brownies, so if you want to go ahead on this side, I guess, and took the video for the 2-year celebration. But right now we're trying to build the channel, but I do want to bring up some things, and I don't want to keep you guys too long, but while I talk, I'll go ahead and put on a quick face, and hopefully it's not too shabby, y'all, because I'm really not in the mood to put on any makeup. But I figure, you know, I'll go ahead and do something while I talk to you guys about what's going on right now here today. And let's see, yeah, so it's been difficult to kind of get into everything, but I do want to share some encouragement to you guys, because all of my videos before was basically to build up the channel, to get started, because of course there's a lot that I want to bring to the channel, but it's not just about makeup. I do want to say that makeup is not really my forte, but I have been dabbling into a little bit to think about, you know, maybe ways and hairstylist and all that good stuff, and being a designer and all that stuff. But that's not something that is new. It's something that I've already explored back in the past, but I've never really taken the time to figure out what it is that I want to do in that aspect. But I feel like I'm just getting old. We talked about that in the last video. I'm getting too old to be able to just, you know, do those things. But I do feel like I'm in a time in my life where, you know, exploration is not half bad, you know. And being that I'm providing for a family, it's a whole different ball game. And as you can see, Taylor is running in the background. I can't cut it out. It's just my life in a nutshell. He's basically watching TV, bouncing the ball. I don't feel like he's doing anything bad. I try to cover it as much as I could. Hopefully, you know, it doesn't bother you guys, but that's just what I'm bringing to the channel to say that, you know, in life you get so many different things, and you just gotta figure your way around it. And right now, this is it right here. And I do want to say that it's difficult to try to go back to school and all that different stuff, so that's what I want to talk to you guys about in this video. First, I'm gonna go ahead and get into my foundation, and then I want to talk to you guys about getting it all together, y'all, because if it's something that you basically want to do, I want to say and encourage you, especially single moms, even if you are a married mom. I just want to be that encouragement to say that, you know, it is difficult, but start somewhere. You know, it's hard, you know, it's hard to make that change. It's hard to find something and stick with it, especially when your schedule is never ending. It's forever changing, basically, especially when you have kids with disabilities and things like that. Now, I do want to say you know, that it doesn't matter what it is that you want to do. You want to go back to work, you want to go back to school, you want to start up a business, you want to do whatever it is that you feel that's going to fulfill your needs in your life, and then you are providing for your family, or you're helping to provide for your family. And I want to say that in that case, you know, pick something, start somewhere, even if it's just researching what it is that you want to do. You know, if you already know what you want to do, find schools or places that can help you to build to it. Like, for instance, I'm building just like y'all are building, and I want to say that and I'm going to start getting into my foundation, because I want to go ahead and get this video started and finished, but I'm not going to do too much, as I had said. So I want to say that, you know, when you're starting somewhere, you're never too old to start over, to start again, just to renew, to just start. You're never too old, because life is forever changing, you know. And it's just different chapters, you know, different chapters. Like, my chapters have been very difficult to see at the moment, but when I look back, I can see those chapters in the making. I can see how I got to where I am today. And today I'm doing videos, and I am super excited and blessed to be able to do so. But at the same time, I do have to also remind myself of the negativity that can come with it. And I do want to say that, you know, being strong enough for that type of result is kind of like, nobody is really prepared for those kind of things. But at the same time, I just hope that my channel is as positive as I can bring it. I'll try my best to keep it on a positive note. However, I do want to, you know, laugh and giggle from time to time, but it is a little difficult when everything is just like being nitpicked. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into my foundation right now. And so basically the first thing I want to talk about is the reason why you want to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox Studio Skin full coverage 24-hour, and this is the color 4.3, and I think I mentioned it before, but I probably put it in the description box. I'm just gonna pile that into my dark spots before I put on foundation, and I probably will just go ahead and hey, be careful. Enough with the ball. No bouncing the ball. And see, there you go. So I want to go in, and I want to say, I have a mirror right here, so I'm going to go in and look at that. Hopefully you guys can see what I see. So I'm going to say, know the reason why, because look at that coverage. And that the match, y'all. I didn't think it matched, but it does. Know your whys, you know, because that's going to be your motivation to get you through it. And I'm going to say this. I'm happy to be able to come here to tell you guys about this, because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was in school, when I went to go finish my degree, because I decided to go ahead and take my associate's degree, and the reason for that is because I wanted to measure myself in milestones. And I'm gonna say this because every time I was in school before, now mind you, I have a lot of credit, a lot of credits towards things that I was going to do in the past, back when I had my first kid. Back when, hey, no more Taylor. Shh. Just like it. Taylor, no bouncing the ball. Shh. Quieting. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And so I'm gonna say that I'm gonna put it under my eye too, because I noticed that it does give me better coverage under eye, even though it is for hyperpigmentation, it's for acne and things like that. So I'm gonna put it under there because it's a good base. It's a good start, y'all. It's a good base. And so what I'm gonna say is that I have a lot of credit, mind you, that, you know, at this point I should basically have a bachelor's degree and should be on to graduate school, basically, you know, whatever the next step is after that. And the reason I don't is because I not only procrastinated, but mostly had kids, and those kids required a lot out of me that, I'm not gonna lie, at the time I felt like I couldn't give. Everybody's different. Every mother is different. Everybody goes through different things. Everybody handles things differently, in the aspect that some people don't question those things. They just put everything to the side and just become a mother, and they put all into being mother, you know, a motherhood and all that stuff, which I did that. Now my situation, just like a lot of people, and I don't think that I'm different from any other person, was how am I gonna raise these kids? Because honestly, it wasn't, I'm gonna put it on my eye now. Honestly, it wasn't that, you know, I was incapable. It was that, you know, I saw my life changing so fast and so quickly, and it wasn't necessarily where I wanted to be. And I know that a lot of people get that. I mean, if you get that, leave a comment below and let me know how you overcame that, or if you're still going through it, and let me know, you know, what your struggle is, and I'll tell you mine. My struggle was being in a new city. I just felt like, you know, I don't know this place, you know, I don't know it, and because I don't know it, I don't know how to maneuver, and I don't know if I want to be here. And so I feel like this coverage is really good. I feel like I don't really need much more other than to, you know, tighten it up or whatever, but I'm not going to go into too much. I'm gonna be honest with you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just blend it all in. And so my concern is that trying to do all that and going from relationship to relationship, it was difficult. Mind you, I had been with my kid's dad for a long time, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't really the point of the situation. The point of the situation is that things come into your life to deter you, to distract you from where it is that you're supposed to be. Mind you, I started, like, when I got older and I had my kids, I started reevaluating things, and I started thinking, you know, what could I have done differently? Now, mind you, I was in school and I had some jobs and things like that, and it was just like, you know, I was fulfilled in those jobs. I'm not gonna lie, I was fulfilled. I felt like it was a place that I wanted to be in. I wanted to know more. I wanted to do more. I need to add a little bit more on this side. I got scared. I got really scared because I started realizing that I was in a place that I didn't see myself. I was in a place that I didn't, this is how much I'm using, just a little bit. That's how much I use all over every time I got a fingerful. I started realizing that my life is changing into social work type experience, and my goal was to become a pharmacist, and that's two different things. I noticed I started thinking about building businesses. Mind you, I didn't have a product at first to think about selling. I thought about businesses. I thought about being some doctor of pharmacy, meaning that I was going to sell medication and research medicine, basically, on a different level. And my goal was to go into research, pharmaceutical research, but I just knew that I wanted to be a doctor of pharmacy, and at some point create my own medications to help to cure cancer patients. That was my idea, that was my goal, that was my focus. Nobody knows this but me. And the reason why I never told anybody is because throughout the process, things just kept changing, which is typical. I mean, it's typical for things to change like that. It's nothing new. But for me, I didn't feel like I had a lot of time to do all those changes. I'm going into the MAC Studio Fix Foundation in NW48. And the reason I'm looking at the bottom is because I just want to make sure I told y'all the right one. Anyway, it's the only one, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna go in with my finger and kind of go down like that, and then blend it all out. And I just saw that my life was changing fast, and I wasn't ready. Mind you, I just want to encourage you that if you want to do something, it don't matter what it is that you want to do. You just go ahead and you get yourself ready. It's what I tell my kids all the time. You get yourself ready, because whatever it is that you want to do, you want to set yourself up for it, so that when it comes along and it is your time, you can be ready to receive it. Now, what I want to say is that there were times when I thought, I'm looking into my mirror, when I thought that I was never going to be ready to receive whatever it is that I'm supposed to go into, because I always thought about the negative aspect of whatever it is that I want to do, and not the positive part of the end result. And with that, I always wanted to prepare myself for the punches, for the throws, for the fall downs, for the letdowns, because I didn't want nobody to get the best of me. I didn't want to feel like I was defeated. So I'm gonna go into one of these brushes in here somewhere, and I'm going to pat or rub this down. So this looks like a pretty decent one. I'm gonna just blend all that in. I wanted to be prepared for the punches, and I'm not gonna lie to you, over the years, that's all I've been doing. Handling the punches, handling the throws, but not once. What's that song? I've been singing that song for years, and it's kind of like stuck on me. Like, there was this one time I had seen it, and I had seen it in a different perspective. Now, I'm not saying it because I'm still stuck, because we can get stuck, you know, people can get stuck all the time, but I'm not stuck. The thing is that I take things that are relevant to me at that moment, and I use them to help guide me in continuance, because I know that life is short, but I also know that it's a journey, and that there are different chapters and different things that you're gonna do in order to get somewhere, and it's never gonna end. Like, where you think you are today, you are not going to be there in the future unless that's where you want to be, and you're fighting really hard to maintain it. And so with that, the song was called, I'm gonna go into my black liner. I think it's NK, I don't know specific, but it's from the beauty store. But I do know, and I always mess up on my eyebrows, so don't, y'all. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that the song was by Erykah Badu, and it was called Didn't You Know? And I would never walk along a path. I would dodge the path, because I thought that dodging the path was the way to dodge the bullets, the punches, the throws, the falls, the letdowns. And throughout life, you know, I've had some kids, and I noticed that every time I had another kid, I had another set of responsibilities, another set of issues, problems, concerns. And it was never like, I mean, I guess everybody goes through it and have the same things, but every kid is just different. And I just noticed that with every kid, I had a different blow. And I know we're not talking about jobs and things like that at the moment, but you'll see where it all comes through. Because a lot of people tell me that I talk too much. And which I do, and people want me to shut up, I get it, but I'm to the point in my life that it's like, it's who I am. I just talk too much, y'all. I talk too much, and I try not to say the wrong things, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, you know, you do have to state and say what it is that you feel, how it is that you see it, because your opinions do matter, you know. And I'm not a very opinionated person, or rather, I don't put my opinions off on somebody else. And you know what I forgot to do? So I'm gonna stop doing this for a second, because I do want to let my highlighter sit on my eyes, because I want it to brighten. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in Deep Honey. I'm gonna put that just along my eyelids and let that I'm gonna put the coverage where I want it, and then I'm gonna let that sit before I blend it. And then I'll go in with concealer for under my eyes, which it will be different, you'll see. And then I also want to set it under my eyelids, but I don't want to set it under my eyelids yet, just in case I mess up my eyebrows. And I'm not going to go into eyeshadow today, because I'm just not feeling the eyeshadow right now, because it's easier to take off the makeup when it's just foundation. And right now I'm still trying to baby my skin, because I've had a lot of breakouts. You can see I still have a few more, but it is what it is. But the freak out moment is over, so let's just get to the point that, you know, my face is acne prone at this moment in my life, now that I'm older. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, is that when I go back into the black one and finish lining out this side, and I know I messed up, but I'm gonna fix that, because going through what I'm going through to try to learn how to do eyebrows, I've figured that I just do it the best I can, and then highlight or line what I can't, because it's a process, and that's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. And so what I noticed is that, you know, each kid was a process to get to know, because I had to learn their personalities. And I'm one of those clean-cut people that I don't really want to know your personality. I don't really care about it too much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just see people as a person, and that everybody's opinionated, and I might not agree with everybody. So I'm gonna go into the same brand, but it's a dark brown, and I'm gonna pull into that because it's real dark. And I do in some way value people's opinions, in a way that I do listen to them, and I try to take what I can from it. But if I don't need it, I'll throw it out, you know. It's what you should, that's what you should do anyway. But there are some things that I do take, and I see it super seriously, because I'm not gonna lie, if you looked at a person and did you want to hang with a person if you thought that their personality was something that you don't want to deal with? And so with that, having kids, you can't throw those personalities away, so you got to deal with it. Okay, my camera went out, but I'm letting it refocus. Okay. And so you can't throw the kids away. I mean, you can't throw it out, but sometimes it was difficult. It was very difficult, because I'm dealing with kids' personalities that's like a combination of me and these guys, you know. And it's not that it's bad, it's just that I just felt like, you know, I had to reevaluate myself, as in I have these kids and I do not know that much of their personalities in order to be able to deal with what I got going on. And so what I'm saying is that it's a journey, and it was a journey of a process that took me into so many different elements of myself and my life that I didn't necessarily want to be in. And having cancer at 18, you know, my young adult, my getting to know myself period, I missed. And so here I was at 21 getting ready to have my first kid, and I didn't know myself. And so I went into I guess you would call it depression, because I didn't know that I was in depression until now. And there was nobody to tell me that I was depressed, because nobody really cared and nobody really paid attention that much. And even with my sister, you know, my mom, my dad wasn't, well, my dad was in my life, but he wasn't just like in there. But we're not gonna really focus on that. But this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in beautiful bronze. So I'm just gonna highlight top and bottom with this. And so nobody really cared to, I'm gonna start at the top because I have a lot going on up here, and nobody really cared to know what that situation was. But I didn't really have the guidance that I thought that I might have needed, like the support that I needed with having that kid. And so I had to grow up and think fast in a little bit of time, and I didn't realize that that time was longer than I thought. I saw a short period of time, and I saw a short period of time, but mind you, you're pregnant for 40 weeks, and so in my mind I didn't have a lot of time, because I looked at it as though I'm getting ready to bring this kid in, and I didn't think that I made a good choice in making the decision to do what I did at the time, because I felt like I was still young and I still needed to learn, and it wasn't in my plan. And so I tried to get through it as best I could, but I'm not gonna lie, I lashed out a little. I guess people didn't notice. It was a call for help, because nobody really took me seriously, but it was a cry for help. And I did things, and I didn't take a lot of things into consideration, because for the first time I was actually thinking about me and only me. And I do love the kids. I loved, you know, being an aunt and all that stuff, which was fine. But for the first time I had to actually think about me and what I was about to bring into the world. And so I can't apologize too much, but I do have to apologize, because it's like but not in a way that I'm apologizing to people for not being there for them, but apologizing because I didn't realize, you know, that I had obligated myself to something that I didn't know that I was okay with or settling for, put it that way. So when I started to see that, then I started to realize that I didn't want to settle. I didn't want to settle as a person that didn't have kids. I didn't want to settle as a person who didn't have a life of their own. I didn't want to settle at all. I wanted what I wanted, and I wanted it all. And what I'm saying is that don't wait until later to try to figure that out. Now, I could go more into the story, but I'm not going to. But that's basically the beginning of how I got to where I am. And so with that, I'm going to say that even if you have a family already, if you are, you know, older like I am, you know, we're talking about 40s and stuff like that, you know, you can still do those things, and it's not a hindrance. Like, I've gone to different places to try to help myself get there, and what I noticed is that every time I brought myself down into a place where, you know, I felt like it was belittled, but not in a way that it was beneath me, but in a way that I have all this in my background and I am too scared to just jump, you know. I want to make that jump, but I feel like I need something little to guide me in the process. And what I'm noticing is that I didn't need that. I didn't need all that. All that is extra, honey. All that is extra. There are some people that just go into it, and you know, that's why, you know, I go into the thing and I say, well, if you're gonna go and get an associate's degree, you might as well go and get a bachelor's degree. You might as well take the 4 years or whatever and just go through the process. Because what's the point of stopping unless you're planning to get a job? But even if you did plan to get a job, within those 4 years of you doing whatever it is that you gonna do for the bachelor's degree, you're gonna learn that, and you're gonna get jobs in between, and those skills are gonna build, and you're gonna be able to utilize them the same way you would if you had an associate's degree. And now that I have that degree, I want to say that it does nothing for me, in a sense that I don't know where to apply it, because where I want to go, it will still do nothing for me. It's just a piece of paper that's just sitting there that's telling me that I made it through a milestone. And so what I'm gonna say is, back into the shape tape under the eye. So what I'm gonna say is that if it's something that you want to go out there and try, take it a little bit at a time. And it doesn't mean that you have to, Taylor, don't do that. Taylor, don't do that. Bring that cup over here now. Both pieces, now. Now. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Come on, let's go fast. Hurry, boy. Bring it. My G. I know, but bring it. Bring that cup. Don't separate that cup like that. Okay, so yeah, I took off my shirt because I don't want to get makeup all over myself, and I could just see myself doing that. So right now, I'm not into fashion, but I love this romper. This is a pantsuit romper from Rainbow, and I didn't think I could fit it, but I bought it anyway. It's a 3X, y'all, and I'm not really good at showing my shape because I don't feel like it's good, although I'm interested in the BBL, but don't tell nobody. So there you go, throw my stuff out there. And so I feel like I need to lose some weight in order to do that, because that's what I saw other people do. But I'm interested. Yeah, so if you know more about the BBL and you're interested in giving me some information, drop some information down below, because we got a lot of belly. And so yeah, but there's some other things that I need to work on and trying at the time. So anyway, it's just a pantsuit or whatever, so y'all don't need to see all the rest. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish with this concealer. Yeah, so what I'm gonna say is that, you know, it just seems difficult from time to time. And what I'm gonna also do while I'm setting this, while I'm putting this concealer on, I'm gonna set my eyes so I can go ahead and go in with my eyeliner, so I don't make a big mess under my eye, because I tend to make a mess with the eyeliner, and I'm just hoping that I could just get the eyeliner on. The eyeliner is not an issue, it's just the product itself that I've been using, and I want to look for something else, but I don't know what to buy, and I'm just kind of tired of buying stuff that really has no meaning, put it that way. Hence why I bought this romper, because this romper was like $6 and it had no meaning, but $6 I felt it was worth trying to find a meaning for it. Anyway, so yeah, what I'm gonna say is that if it's something that you're looking for and looking to do and thinking about doing, you might as well just go ahead and think about it, put a plan into action, even if it's not, you know, the plan that you foresee at the moment, because things will change. And I do want to come up with another video if you are interested in going back to school and you are going through the appeal process. I have been through it, so if you want to know more information on how to fill out those forms, leave a comment down below and I will be able to make a video giving you some answers and some tips on how to get through the college appeal process if you have that issue. And so it is difficult and it's a long process, but I will help you to get through it if I can. Also, let's see, I'm looking for my powder that I'm going to use on my eye, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Revlon Color Stay, and I want to go with Cappuccino, but that's what I'm looking for. But I got you know what, I'm gonna go in. If it messes up, y'all, it just messes up. But I'm gonna go, because this is something new I'm trying, but I don't want to go too far into some, but I'm gonna try the translucent one, and then I'm gonna go over it with the MAC 55 NW55, only because I like the feel of this one, but then I could kind of darken it up a little bit, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna try that today. And so let me go into a slightly smaller brush, and mind you, my brushes are dirty, but they're not that dirty, but they're dirty enough that I need to wash them. But I've already used most of these brushes, if you notice anything. So I'm gonna go into this brush here, and I'm gonna go into this translucent, and I'm gonna start putting it on top because I just like to feel the softness of it. Though, but it's not translucent. If you see, it's got like a little powdery film on it, but I'm going to just kind of dabble that in there like this, like so. But what I'm gonna say is that I have a list. Hold on. Know why you want to do it, you know. If it's for your kids, for yourself, you know, if you want to do it just for your emotional aspect of it, just the thought of finishing, it's not a problem. It's yours. That's your journey. That's what you want to do for you. Can nobody tell you why you want to do something, and you don't have to tell people why you want to do something either. But if it fulfills you, then do what it is that fulfills you, even if people don't understand the why. But also know that there are things that's gonna, you know, come along that make you feel kind of like, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this craziness? You know, is it really worth it? And that's what I went through when I got my associate's degree. I was sitting there in my anatomy and physiology class. Now, mind you, I took the second part. I took the first part because I thought I didn't know, but I did know, obviously. And for some reason in my soul, I just felt like I didn't know enough to move forward. And what I'm feeling, what I found out is that I did know enough. I just didn't accept that I knew enough. And moving forward to the next chapter, while I was sitting in that class, I realized that what I didn't know enough of was enough to study in a correct way to be able to get that information out there, so that, you know, I'm gonna reach out of frame just a second so I can find my foundation. I didn't know enough to study for it, and even going into the class, I realized that it was never gonna be something that I was going to know enough of. It was just something that just was gonna be a processing of information type of aspect. And yeah, there's nothing you can really do about that, because it's basically the way the information is presented to you on how you understand it. I'm gonna go in here and then put it on top. And so what I'm gonna say is that and I'm gonna basically focus that under my eye to kind of make sure everything is seamless under the eye. To make sure it's seamless, because I'm not going into eyeshadow, I'm just gonna focus that under the eye, right under. This is an old brush, but it works. And so yeah, I was sitting there in that class and I realized, you know, that I so want to be in the medical field. You know, I so want to move forward. This class is not going to do anything for me other than give me the idea of whether I want to move forward in the medical field or keep going with speech pathology. And what I found out was that I didn't want to be in speech pathology anymore. I felt like I had the motivation, I had the reasoning, I had my you know, I just had my focus there. And I went through a lot of interviews and things, which did, you know, kind of distract me from the class. nobody really knows it, but nobody would have known that I was distracted for that reason, because I was doing a lot of soul searching while I was still trying to study that class, and that class was hard. It was difficult. It was a lot, and I was distracted because I was doing interviews. Taylor, shh, quiet a little bit, please. I was doing interviews and stuff to move forward for my next step, but this was, mind you, like in a spring. This was spring semester, and spring semester goes by so fast, y'all. And I know this is dark, but I'm gonna lighten it up with 48 when I get there. So right now I'm just gonna, I can't go into this one, but I'm gonna go into this sponge real quick, and I'm going to just pat that around, make sure it's smooth. So when I get to my eyeliner, I could go ahead and top that on without any creases or whatever. I'm gonna go into my sponge, I'm gonna do that. And then since my under eye is already set, because that is already in there, so I'm gonna go in there and do that. And I'm gonna set my under eye with a little bit of powder so I can go faster, like just get there. And that's what happened, so I probably shouldn't have put that under. Now that I'm looking at it and I'm going through the process and talking about it, I should have not put that on there to let it go, because it dries down really quickly, and which is not a problem. But yeah, I should have focused on the eye first, then the under eye. So I'm trying to still find that process. So you know, how I want to apply everything as far as the makeup goes. It's just a journey, and I'm enjoying the journey. Like, some things come out wrong, some things come out right, I don't know, but whatever, it's a journey in itself. And so I'm gonna set my under eye because I need to, and I'm gonna go into is it cappuccino? Yes. So I'm gonna go into cappuccino and set my under eye with that same no, with a sponge. Gotta use a sponge so that I don't have creases. And I'm gonna put that under like so. So put that under my eye. And so, you know, I started to lose my train of thought of, you know, why I wanted to go in there and what I wanted to do. Then I started realizing that I wanted to do it for the babies, you know. I wanted to do it for the babies in a sense that I would be in education, but I didn't feel like I was strong enough to be a teacher. I didn't feel like I was strong enough to hold my own inside of a school setting. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I still feel that way from time to time, but I also feel like I could if I, you know, put myself into it. I'm gonna go into the toffee to lighten it up a little bit, kind of see if it will mesh very well. I've never done this before, but I got that idea just from slowing down, basically. Let's see how that turns out. And so I'm not going to do anything to it because I possibly have to add more. I'm not going to blend it out, but I'm going to just put it on. I'm going to put that on like that, like so. And then, look y'all, I don't think it was bad. And so, yeah, I'm gonna go into my eyeliner now. And my eyelashes. So this is the Elme. Remind me to get a different kind, because this is not good. It's not good, y'all. It's not. And so I'm just gonna apply the eyeliner, but not say too much, so I can get through this without making a hot mess.
Good job, everyone. Yummy. Juice.
Now mind you, I don't want to go heavy with the eyeliner, but I do because I want to add the lashes on top of that eyeliner so that it's not on my lash line, because I have this thing where the lashes will fall as I'm putting it on, and it will fall on my lashes, and I don't want to mess up the lashes that I do have. I mean, I don't have bad lashes, but I'm gonna go in here and correct a little bit. It's just powder, and this is the toffee. We're gonna go into the toffee powder with this little brush. I don't know if y'all can see that. And I'm gonna try to correct the line a little bit. And so, y'all, today I want to do some fried fish, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to, because I have to go into the grocery store, but I can see myself doing it tomorrow when the kids have pizza, because they're not even gonna have pizza today. They're gonna have leftover pork chops, because I had pork chops that was going bad in the fridge that I got from Sam's, because I waited too long to do anything with it, and I didn't separate the container. That happens. That happens. And so I had to do them all because I couldn't refreeze any of them. So I washed them off really good, got them right, seasoned them up. We did fried and we did baked and barbecued. So that's what they have. And so I'm just gonna go in and correct this little spot right here. But there's a lot of product on the brush, it always does that. But I also want to get into the topic. Without taking too long. And so also what I decided is to let the eyeliner dry a little bit before I start putting lashes on it, because I'm finding out that the lashes start to mess up the eyeliner, and it looks like I didn't do my job properly. So if you're looking at Instagram and you think I didn't do it right, I did do it right. I just didn't know the process of when to put them on. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, I might not know what I'm doing, but I tried to know what I'm doing. So let's just move forward. I'm gonna do the other eye, and it's gonna look so disgusting, but I'm gonna do it. But I want to continue into topic before I get to the next one. And so when you know who it is that you're doing it for, you'll have that motivation to continue to go forward with whatever it is that you're gonna do. And you know, if you're not doing it yet, go ahead and get to know why. Go ahead and get to know the reasoning for why you want to put yourself through, you know, the changes, you know, because it's gonna be a process, y'all. A process. Anything you want to do, it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a reason, a why, a how, a something. And you're gonna have to do bits and pieces, and you're gonna be able to get there, but you're gonna have to go through something in order to get there. It's not just gonna be landed and handed to you. And I've never thought that anything was gonna be handed to me. I just always knew that, you know, I'm working hard for what I want, but I did start to realize that it took a lot of time, because when you fall behind and you're not like on schedule, you gotta motivate yourself to pick yourself back up and get back out there. That's what you gotta do. And everybody knows this, but I guess I was late to the game. I don't know. And so you gotta know your why. And so you know who you want to do it for. You want to do it for the kids, right? You got to know why. You want to know why you want to do that. Do you want to do it because you want to, you know, gain financial stability? Do you want to do it because you want to show your kids that, you know, this is what you're working towards, because you don't want to send your kids to school because, you know, they think it's not important? Well, show them how important it is, you know. that education is important and that kids, teenagers, young adults, and older people go back to school because that's what they want to do. And if that's going to be your motivation, then do it. And honestly, that was my motivation. My motivation was to show my kids that I can continue, that you can continue. If you fall off, you can keep going. And it's because I had a kid, I was approaching middle school, and I started thinking about it. You know, if I continue, you know, we might be making the same milestone together, which we did kind of. You know, I graduated with my associate's degree. He graduated with his middle school diploma or whatever. But you know, when he, and also the plan was, well, when I started to look at it, it was like by the time he finishes with his high school degree or diploma, I would have had my bachelor's degree, you know. And I thought it was really cool, good idea or whatever. It didn't work out because I had to take more breaks. But getting back to it, you know, just know the whys. Just know why you want to do it so it can motivate you early on, you know. I'm gonna put this eyeliner on.
Everybody say, oh, we get happy. Everybody whisper. Everybody say, oh, cudos. Oh, cudos. Say, or this is this the 8 says the 8 says the 8 the 8 the 8 says the 8 the 8 says the 8 says everywhere the mixer sound. The mixer sound. And the mixer sound. Q is for quiet.
Yes, yes, yes. Good job.
Everywhere the mixer sound. The mixer sound. The H says. The H says. G. The I sound. The H says. The H says. Huh. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That you did well. Good job. See? Oh, cudos. Oh, cute. Oh, ooh. Yummy. Yeah. Why? It's so yummy. Yum. That's,
I'm gonna go into the toffee again and clean up around the edges. And hopefully I can finish this before my battery goes out.
Now how?
Okay, you guys, so my battery went out and I was able to put a little bit of fixer up on my eyelids. So I've not done anything else yet, so I'm gonna just kind of sweep in here just to blend that out with this little corner brush, just to blend it out to make sure it's smooth underneath because remember I added 2 different colors. And I said I was gonna lighten it up. And so, here you go. I lightened it up. And I'm gonna go under my eye corner. Right there. And just blend that out because I noticed that when I mess up, I'm not blending out my corners well enough. And so right now I'm gonna take that time to focus on that because I think I'm rushing it a lot. So I'm gonna focus on blending out that corner real quick since I've already done it. And I have to say that it came out really good this time. So, hey,
This piece.
it's a learning process, y'all. Learning process. And so, what I'm gonna say is that I'm gonna hold off on the tails because I love to do eyeliner tails. Like, that is my favorite. And like, I think I knew how to do it before, I just never practiced it. And so, somebody once told me that don't say what it is you do until you actually know you can do it. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, so moving forward, I guess I have to show that I can do it or whatever to say that I can do it. But if that's how y'all want to do it, then whatever, do it your way. And so, moving forward, I'm gonna go ahead and get the eyelashes. And then I'm gonna go into the duo glue. The reason why I'm using this glue is duo glue is, and I also need to refresh it because I think it's more than a year old. I don't know. I was last year, I think I got this, but I'm gonna get some more, mind you. Now, I wanna know how I'm gonna put lashes on, but I don't have no lashes. But I don't know what I did with them lashes, but I guess we're not putting on no lashes, y'all. But that's okay, because we're gonna go into our mascara because the mascara is good enough, y'all. But I'm kind of liking wearing lashes these days. I really am. It's starting to grow on me. I kind of feel naked without my lashes a little bit. But since I'm going in Walmart, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. And I also don't have setting spray, so it don't matter. We just go into the Walmart around the house. We won't even be out there that long. We just got a list of things to ante up on because I don't want to go tomorrow. I just don't want to go tomorrow. So, I don't know. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara, and as you can see, I get a little bit of lashes from this. It extends it a little bit, so. And I'm going slow because I don't want it underneath my eye. Just because I know I could do that. And I also don't want it to clump. And the reason I don't like this one is because it does clump. And I don't like that clumpiness. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Let's just be honest here. You know? And then do the other side. And so, yeah, we were talking about the whys and all that stuff, or why you want to better yourself and what you want to do to better yourself. And then, of course, there's a plan, but you can't make too much of a plan because you can't predict the future. But you can write it in pencil and encourage yourself to get to the next step and to be strong enough through the process of changing it, y'all. To be strong enough through the process of changing it. Key. Strong enough. Because the process of change can be bittersweet. I'm gonna clean up under my eye. It can be bittersweet. It can be daunting. It can be hurtful. You don't know what that change is gonna be. You have to get out of your comfort zone, y'all. Get out of your comfort zone. So like, I don't know if anybody's gonna see this video. And the reason I like this, it's so smooth, y'all. It is so smooth. The Revlon Color Stay is so smooth, y'all, and I like that smoothness. I just wish there was a shade that matches me somehow without me having to blend them all together like this. Like, I'm just blending this out, y'all, and that's it. And I'm almost done, which is cool. I don't know how much I have to edit out of this, but we'll see when we come up to the editing process. But I'm almost done, y'all. Bear with me. Let me go back to my list. Well, basically, that is that. I'm gonna blend out as much as I can so that powder doesn't just sit there on that part. And I'm also gonna go into my Morphe Dimensions contour stick in number 18. And I'm gonna contour just a little bit today because I already put powder on. It might be weird, but we're gonna try to get through this. So I'm gonna go right here, right here, right here, and I bring it down just a little bit, and right here, and here, and here. Y'all, I'm in the process of trying to find a new wig. It's just a process, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I love this one. I love this one. I bought this in, I think, 2018, and it's just time to retire it. I mean, I love it, but you just gotta let things go sometimes. You just gotta let it go. I'm gonna start on the nose and kind of blend it down a little bit. Mind you, I don't contour. I just give a couple of shadows because when I put on makeup, what it does is it whitens me out, or I don't know how to pronounce it or how to say it. Not necessarily pronounce it, but I don't know how to say it. It kind of washes me out. Like, I look dry and powdery and all that good stuff. And so that's why I don't know what setting sprays to use, although I have researched it. But the setting sprays that I have looked at, they all turn dewy by the end of the day. And I understand it, but it's so dewy, it's just like, what's the point? Like, I could have gotten that whether I wore it or not, you know? There was also the Urban Decay went on sale, and I missed it because I had so much going on with the online schooling thing that I couldn't seem to just get past it. And it was good because it didn't cry, but I mean, it is what it is. I missed that, so I have to pay full price, but it's okay. It's all right. We all go through it. So I'm just gonna go in and blend out my contour, even though I'm not gonna be wearing any blush, but I'm still gonna do that anyway. So yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll get some more setting spray.
1, 2, 3,
eventually.
4.
Thinking about ordering online to Ulta again, because there's some other things that I want to buy from Ulta. I'm just not ready yet. I'm just not ready yet. But also let's get into this other reason before we end this video. We already talked about it because I kind of knew I was gonna do that. I don't know, I kind of know I was gonna do that. Like, once I get into something, I kind of continue it without having to look at my notes. And okay, but sometimes because I don't write a plan, I kind of go into too much. But my goal is to kind of, you know, make sure that I stay focused sometimes, because I just can give y'all so much information, but I don't want to give y'all too much because it just could be long-winded. So I want to keep this, you know, a little bit more short. The videos are kind of long. And so, lastly, the last two things that I want to talk about while I powder my face to kind of set this contour with, because I'm nearing the end. And so I'm going to go into my newfound MAC. Oh, I wonder, it's a 129S, y'all. I got a number, and I can say, I'm going to go into my MAC 129S. I just wanted to say that, y'all. It's so fun. Anyway, so this is the MAC. And I'm really literally having fun, y'all. I'm serious. I just hope that I'm able to continue to have fun in the process, because I know that there is negativity. I know I cannot get past that, but y'all, I'm literally having fun playing in the makeup and cooking and things like that, because I've never imagined myself doing those things, and I'm just trying to live in the moment and to live in the now, even though my polish looks terrible, y'all. I tried to put polish on, it just looks a mess. But I'm living in the moment, because nothing is perfect. I mean, well, it can be perfect, but it's not. My life ain't perfect. So I messed up my nail polish, and I gotta do it over. But I'm gonna wear it for a week until I fix it. So let's just move forward. I'm gonna go into the NW55, y'all. And I'm gonna put it where I put the contour. And as you can see, it's starting to oxidize, and that's what I was talking about the particular shades. And it's just like,
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know. That's not what I'm looking for. But, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, I'm gonna put these, I'm gonna just brush it in to those places. And I'm gonna use a little bit of the 48 in between. Although, I think I might want to use the Black Radiance, but I don't have the Black Radiance right now. But if I did have it, I probably would take that shade and go right into it. And I bet you that would work. But it's a process. We just playing around, and maybe I could try that next time. But for right now, we're gonna go into this so we can get finished with this video. So I'm gonna go into this right here.
No. Here's a pop. Here's a pop.
And then I want to say that you know, when you're making the changes, make little changes at a time, you know? Find a way to make it productive, but little enough for you to handle. Because you don't know what to expect. Like, COVID, for one. I mean, I don't know if I can say that. Okay, so let me not say that. Pandemic. Yeah, pandemic. Nobody expected that. And so I'm gonna say that, yeah, I was probably supposed to go back to school this fall. Actually, this spring. It was last fall, y'all. Last fall. And this spring, I was thinking about it. But I know the pandemic happened in February. But I started thinking that I really want to do this. I really want to go back, finish my speech pathology path, get my bachelor's in that this fall. Make it happen, you know? I don't know. I might not use it. But I'm living in it now. And going for it, even if I change it later, who knows? I might not be able to speak well enough to be able to get the degree. I don't know. I might not even get into the program. I might not be able to go past a year, you know? But at that point, I'll make a change and I'll go into the medical field if I choose to, you know? And so when I look at it that way, I say that, yeah. Make little changes. Change it up as you can. Try not to. Do the best you can. And along the way, enjoy the process, you know? And then also measure specific growth. Meaning that when I took that degree, this is the 48, when I took that associate's degree, and I'm just gonna go in between. When I took that, well, I don't want to use this brush. Let me just not go in here. I'm gonna go into this bigger brush to kind of swoop it on a little bit, kind of buff it out a little bit. When I, what I was gonna say? When I took that associate's degree, y'all, it was because I wanted to measure my specific growth. I wanted that chapter to be over and done. Like, I don't care what I choose. From here on out, I'm gonna use this degree to get where I gotta go. And even if that's real estate, I thought about that too. I thought about real estate. Let me not use the camera. I'm gonna use my mirror because I don't know why I do that. But yeah, even if it's real estate, might not need a degree for that. But if I do, then I go get that part of the degree for that. I'm gonna go down here a little bit. I'll get what I need to get for that. And so, you know, I've always just like, I've never thought, you know, too much of myself or anything. But I will say this. I've always thought that, you know, living life in general, you go through different things and you do different things. I'm gonna go under my eye with a little eyeliner. I'm trying to find one, but I think I want to choose. I'm looking for a pink one, but I don't think I have a pink one, so I'm gonna try to find something like blue while I finish up this conversation with y'all. And I want to say that, you know, when you make small changes, you know, you just never see yourself in that perspective because you don't know where you're gonna go. You don't know the journey that's ahead of you. And when you get there, you realize, you know, like, hey, you take a deep breath and you say, like, you know, this is where I'm at, you know. And I don't think I really had that much guidance to say that this is what happened. I don't know. And I just kind of want to be that guidance for my kids, and it's hard because I need to be stronger, you know. I need to be more, you know, well put together and things like that. I just feel like there are some things that I'm weak in, and I don't know. I can't speak no longer about how I feel about how other people might feel or see me. I can't do it no more. I used to worry about, you know, how other people see me and things like that. And I just don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to do that. I don't want to worry about how somebody perceives me. And I know that I missed out on a lot of opportunities. This is like a copper color, and I'm going to try to put that on. I always, you know, I just kept worrying about how other people might perceive me, you know? And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I don't really know. But I put something there, y'all. I want to be motivation to my kids, but I also want to be motivation to others. I want to use my life as a purpose in some way and make sure that it's positive. And I feel that a lot of what I am going through, I feel like I'm trying to inspire my kid, but I also feel like, you know, there's more to me than just being a mommy, you know, being a mom. And I also feel that, you know, there are things that I want to do that I can't do because I'm also getting older. And I feel like, you know, my time right now is with my kids to motivate them. And I don't know how they're gonna perceive that. I don't know how they take me. I don't know how they see, you know, me, and I don't want to worry about that. I just want to give them what I give them, and hopefully they take the positive from it. And it gets me so worked up when they take the negative part. Like, I don't know if you know what I mean, but they will see you do something negative and they will take that and say, but you did it. And I'm like, but I want you to do better than me. I want you to do better than me. I want you to I'm trying to teach you, don't be like me, but be like me. You know what I mean? Be the better part of me, the better half, you know? And I don't know. Like I said, as the pleasant imperfectionist, I don't walk around here with a cape thinking that I'm untouchable. No, I walk around here and I let people know that I'm human and I make mistakes, and then I'm not perfect, you're not perfect. But at the same time, don't try to belittle somebody in the process of, you know, doing whatever it is that you got to do, because I'm not going to do that, you know. And I'm also not going to walk you through it either. But what I am going to do is allow you an opportunity to grow, because that's what people are supposed to do. Give another person an opportunity to grow, because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they've been through. It's not even that serious of that deep. I need to focus on this eyeliner because it's wet and it's irritating me.
Why?
Okay, so I don't really want to go into any mascara for the under eye, but I'm gonna take a little bit. Like, I'm trying to learn something right now, so I'm gonna try to go into like maybe every other lash and see how that works. But yeah, I've learned there's some things that it don't matter where you are on your perspective. You don't know what somebody may have done before you, and it may not be what you're doing or whatever, but you don't know what somebody else knows. You don't know what somebody else was doing before you. You don't know how long they've been doing whatever they've been doing before you seen them do whatever it is that you see them do. And it's not necessarily a negative thing. It's not negative. It's just like, for an example, if somebody is delivering pizzas, we're gonna say pizzas, somebody delivering pizzas, do you think that they've only worked for that pizza company? They may have worked for other pizza companies. They may work for more than one pizza company. But at that moment, at that time, when they dropped it off at that door, that's what they saw fit at that moment. They didn't mean that they was a bad person. It's just at that moment, that's what they felt was necessary in order for them to continue doing with their job. I'm not saying that they're supposed to do something bad. I'm just saying that they learned from experience that when they saw something at that particular time, that's how they felt like they needed to handle it. But you can't judge a person and say that they're bad because they made that choice at that moment, you know? And I know it can be perceived differently, but you know, it's a little deeper than that. So I'm gonna try to go into every other, like, do a little there, do a little there, do a little there. Yeah, and I possibly don't like, so let me see if I can fill it in just a little bit more. I don't know.
Close enough.
I don't know if I like it. Okay, y'all, so I tried it. I didn't like it, and I'll never have to do that again. But yeah, it itches too and irritate. I want to know. There's some parts of makeup that I don't like, and there's some parts that I do like, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna try to clean up underneath if I need to. Kind of blend that out a little bit. Okay.
Really good.
And so that is that. I'm gonna take my brush. It's like a brush that I don't have nothing on. This one. And it's possibly got some blush on it, but I'm gonna just do this to kind of blend out in between whatever may be not seamless. I don't know, because I noticed on some of my pictures it may not be blended very well, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Blending the inside parts, and I'm gonna call this a moment. And call it a done deal, y'all. Hopefully everything is even and lined up. I might have to take a picture in order to know, but so let me take a look. Okay, so I'm gonna go into I know y'all, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know why I do that. But I'm gonna go into this one and go up just a tad bit with the black. And hopefully that evens out that part. And just even out that part. And I could be wrong. I might not need to fix it, but my camera is saying otherwise. So I'm gonna go into this and kind of check it out a little bit. And then this one, just to make sure everything is even. I know, because I might not be able to do better than that. And I'm gonna take one of these brushes that I had product on and kind of go over it. It's this little skinny one, and I'm gonna go over the outline just to make sure I don't have anything falling around and about. And that is that, because if it's not right, it ain't right, and it ain't gonna get right. And I also don't have any setting spray, but I will eventually get some. So we're gonna call it a day or night or whatever it is. And we're gonna pop those glasses back on. And I did what I could as far as makeup goes, y'all. I don't know if I can back this up a little bit so I can end this video. I'm gonna take my camera out. Well, actually I need to put some lip chap on. I'm gonna go with the Ulta lip oil, and I'm gonna just So I'm gonna go there, and then also I have a little pencil that I had been using and sharpening, trying to find it that I want to line my lips with, and it is a, I think it's a, what's it called? It's called you know what, I'm thinking about going into this metallic liner that I put under my eye that y'all couldn't see, and let's see what happens. Okay, y'all, hold on a second. Hello? Okay, so I'm just gonna finish putting on this liner. And I think y'all can see that. It looks pretty brown. And so, I might not ever use it under my eye again, but it is what it is. And so, I'm gonna go with this and call it a done deal. I'm gonna finish out this video with y'all, and then I gotta take this call after. And I'm so blessed and so happy to be able to do this with y'all. And so I'm gonna take it back a little bit because I noticed I'm just too far into the camera. And so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the video and tell you guys to make sure you measure specific growth. Make sure you guys measure specific growth, as in find little segments in your life or in your journey to figure out if it will work for you, and that it did, and be able to you know, change it so that you guys can be able to see a difference in your life, because you want to better yourself. You're not trying to do things just to do them. You're trying to better yourself, your life, for whatever reason it is that you chose. Also, make sure that you be satisfied with the progress. You might not be satisfied with the progress at the moment, but eventually you will see satisfaction, if that's a word. Satisfaction, okay. You will see satisfying results when you look back at it. But mind yourself at the moment that there is a reason that you got where you got and how you got there, because you need to be satisfied with whatever you got in the progress or the process of your progression. And so what I'm gonna say is that right now I am satisfied with what it is that I've gone through and what I'm going through and all that stuff, because I do know at this point in my life that those were the channels that I had to go through to get to where I am. And it's not to say that things are not gonna go bad or sour or whatever. It's just to say that this is what I am going through, this is what I have been through, and this is where I am now, because I appreciate the fact that I went through it and I was able to live to see it. Although there is some negativity that you can go through that will cause you to feel that it was unnecessary and unworth it. But however, your path is your path, and I'm not saying that you have to appreciate it. I said to be satisfied. Take something from it and be satisfied with that. Now,
I can fix it.
if you're not satisfied, then go do something else that you need to change and do whatever, find it, so that you can be satisfied with the progress that you're making in your life to make a change. And so with that, I'm gonna hope that you guys stay blessed, stay safe, stay whole, and stay pleasant with your imperfections. And until the next video or vlog, y'all have a good one. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for the next video. And yeah, have a happy Friday, happy weekend. See you soon. Bye.